This is Hayden from Moshpit Nation. Let's just start with some introductions. I'm here with From the Hellmouth. If you guys want to introduce yourself and your role in the band.
I'm Noah. I'm the singer.
I'm Joe. I play drums.
I am Nate, and I play the guitar.
All right. Tell me the history of the band. How'd you guys start?
Band started off as a studio project.
Okay.
I wrote an EP where the songs, maybe actually more than that, but I run a recording studio for a living. So I had these songs written, had programmed drums on them and stuff, just like my own little project.
Sure.
And then I got in touch with a buddy of mine, Tommy Haywood from Redefining Darkness Records.
Okay.
And he was just getting the label started, and he said, "Man, this stuff's really good, and I'd really like you to put this out." And I said, "Well, I'm not putting out a record without real drums on it." So he hired Alan Cassidy from Black Dahlia Murder.
Oh, okay. Oh.
And he came down to Cleveland, tracked the whole record, and we put out that EP. And I never really had an intention of making this a real thing. It was just like a studio project. That's what it's going to be. I always wanted to make a couple death metal albums. I've been in a lot of other bands doing all kinds of different stuff. And
Then you made the mistake of showing it to me.
yeah, then I showed it to this guy, he's a sick drummer. So he's at the studio one day. I showed it to him. He says, "I can play that." And I said, "I don't think you can." And he says, "Oh, I'll prove you wrong." You know. So he goes down and he learns the whole EP, shows up one day and plays it through. And I said, "Okay, I think I have to do it now." So I contacted my friends and people that I know in the scene that could play. "Do you want to be in a death metal band?" And they said, "Sure." So that's it. And then so we made another split. We did another split record last year with a band called Mutilatred from Toledo. Fantastic band.
Yeah, we saw them in the spring actually with Wake.
They're really cool. So we did that, and then the rest is history. So now we're booking shows and playing out.
Awesome. Yeah, my next question was how'd you connect with your label, but I think you guys got that.
Yeah.
Tell me I think you maybe answered this one too. Maybe it's different for the split though, your songwriting process?
A little bit. Like the first batch of songs, I wrote everything and played everything on the records.
Okay.
And then now we've had a little bit of a member lineup kind of switcheroo. So my buddy Mark, who's also in Ringworm, he came out, joined the band, and now we're writing as a group again. For the first time. So now we have new songs that we're working on, and so the next record will be a full length, and it's going to be like half songs that I wrote and half songs that were written as a group.
Okay.
So it'll be a nice little bit of parody there. You know.
Where are you guys in that process?
I think we're like 9 songs right now.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Almost
yeah,
done.
it's almost done.
We're actually playing a new song tonight, which I actually got to write a couple riffs in, which was cool. Because he originally he's a machine, he just writes everything.
Right.
And I just played it. But at this point, like he said, we got the new guitar player, and we've all known each other for such a long time. We're all on the same page and everything, so it's cool to be able to play some songs that I wrote some stuff to.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's nice for the band, you know, to have some kind of they can have a hand in the process, and they don't feel like they're playing cover songs.
Sure.
A little bit. So I mean, obviously everybody's going to kind of make it their own a little bit, but it was nice to be able to say, okay, hey guys, you guys write some songs. I'm just going to sit on the couch.
Yeah.
You know.
Do you have some kind of picture when we'll see the album?
I want to start recording it in
October,
I
yeah.
think
Mark's
we'll start
going to be on
tracking.
tour with Guar.
Mark's on tour, so we'll do drum tracks in October, and then when he gets back, we'll do all the guitars and everything else. So probably see a spring release for that.
Okay, cool. Tell me about your influences.
I mean, my influences vary quite a bit. I grew up a punk rock kid, so you know, I grew up listening to Dead Kennedys and Black Flag.
There's a fair bit of that in the room.
Yeah, yeah. So you know, came up around that stuff, just noisy, aggressive music, and you know, I listened to a lot of different types of stuff, but at the core of it, I really like brutal death metal.
Okay.
And so, you know, when I listen to brutal death metal albums, I'm like, man, I really want to do that. And there's all kinds of things that I can do, and I can go off and play any type of music that I want to play. But at the end of the day, it really brings me joy, and I think the scene and the fans and the metalheads are probably the purest scene that's left in music.
Okay.
Is the punk rock scene and the metal scene, and so you want to be a part of that. You know, with a lot of camaraderie, and you make a lot of really good friends. You know, and I don't know, these guys listen to all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm all over the place musically. Like, I'll jump from like bluegrass to my favorite band's King Diamond.
Okay.
So I'm heavily influenced by them. I'm heavily influenced by a ton of like just brutal death metal bands. But I'm it's not very metal, but I listen to a lot of just like finger picking banjo shit.
Sure.
So I'm all over the place musically.
Okay.
So
Yeah, and I'm kind of,
He was a metalcore guy.
a metalcore guy. Like, grew up, went to high school in the early 2000s, so when everything was breaking, and then hearing like a Deicide song for the first time, like, totally fucked my world up.
Yeah.
Like, but like, I'm a drummer, so I'm a big Mike Portnoy fan. Dream Theater and like more proggy stuff like that. But so I'm kind of all over the place too. Like,
Sure. Awesome.
Yeah.
So your most recent release was The Split. What can you tell me about the album artwork on that?
The album art was done by Pat.
yeah, Patrick McDonough.
McDonough from Mutilatred.
Okay.
He did that. Actually, it was actually I think it was a huge painting that he did.
Oh, wow.
And then he, they take a photo of it and they shrink it down. So he did that artwork. Like the deal that we basically worked out was, you do the artwork, I'll do the master on it.
Okay.
So I did the music part and he did the art, and it was totally a cooperative effort. Especially with Tommy from Redefining Darkness, he was able to help us out in a lot of ways too, and he sort of coordinated the whole thing, which was nice. So like, I never actually talked to Patrick about it until I got the artwork, and so it was nice. He was just sort of corralled us together and said, "Okay, guys, Noah, you do this, Pat, you do this, and we'll have a split, and it'll be cool. It's like a little cult release cassette, and it's online and stuff, but the only physical copies are tapes."
Okay, yeah.
So I'll have to give you one. I have a few upstairs.
No, I appreciate that. Thanks. How do you guys feel about opening for Napalm Death?
Oh, it's awesome.
It's fucking dope.
I've seen Napalm Death like half a dozen times, so it's nice to actually be able to play.
Yeah.
And this is an especially cool show because you've got one band and locals.
Yeah.
And so I think 3 of the best local metal bands that we have in Cleveland, Ohio.
Okay.
So. That's what's beautiful about it. There's no shitty bands on the show.
Yeah.
I think that's actually more important than Napalm Death itself. I think it's the fact that like you got 3 sweet bands. We're all friends. We all know each other. We're not just like we play shows together all the time, and so it's a nice little club that we've got. And
That's awesome.
it worked out really well.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know the first band at all.
Oh, Merciless Rain.
Yeah.
Oh, they're great. They just made a record, so
Okay.
check
I'll
them
have
out.
to check that out for
Yeah,
sure.
it's
And
good
of
stuff.
course I'll be seeing them.
Yeah.
But I know you guys from, I've been talking to Thomas from Redefining Darkness for a while now and getting his releases to write about him and stuff. And actually caught him Bomber when they came through with More to Scald.
Nice.
Played in Lansing, Michigan at Max Bar.
Yeah.
That's a great venue.
I've played it before.
Tell me about lyrical content or themes on any of your releases.
Generally anti-religion.
Okay.
Sort of. I mean, the first EP was sort of a concept album.
Okay.
That was like kind of like, let's go knock down the gates of heaven and kill God. And
Okay.
the newer stuff dabbled in a little bit of different stuff than that. One song is just about somebody I really hate.
Okay.
Another song's about kid diddling priests that should be thrown into the ocean.
Yep.
So that's casting the sea. That's what that song's about. It's about that. So
You gotta chum the waters a bit.
yeah,
first.
yeah. Just generally pretty evil stuff
Okay.
or whatever.
Yeah.
I think the majority of us are atheists.
Okay.
So we don't worship the devil, but because I don't think there is one. But it's nice to sing about, and it's sort of fun to kind of make it bigger than yourself. There's no personal songs here.
Yeah, okay.
That's not what we're doing. We're not singing about our feelings.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Those are really strange themes for a death metal band.
Yeah, right.
Do you have like a dream tour lineup if you could
Oh man.
go on tour with anybody or?
I think I've been asked this question before. I would love to tour with Behemoth. I know they're not like a brutal death metal band, but I feel like the content of what they're doing is similar to the content of our songs, and I've been a fan of theirs for a long, long time. I would love to tour with Deicide. I think that it would work. You know what I mean? Like, if I think of a tour that would work, where you'd go and you'd see, okay, that band's similar to that band, close enough to where you share a fan base, that would be a dream tour for me because, you make a lot of fans that way.
Sure.
So yeah, that's pretty much it for me. I don't know, you guys, you probably want to tour King Diamond.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be like the end all be all. That's such a tough question. there's so many bands that you would want to tour with.
Yeah.
You know, so even just jumping on the road for 5 days would be cool at this point. So that question's a little bit overboard, I guess.
One of the things that drew me to the materials, like how similar it is to bands like Bloodbath.
Okay.
And like Morbid Angel and stuff like that. Like, so those kind of bands, you know, of course that would be awesome no matter what, you know.
Yeah.
Tour with bands like that.
Yeah, we love Swedish death metal, so
Yeah, well,
you can hear it.
I'm with you.
Songs a
Yeah,
little bit,
definitely. You can hear it, and that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Final question. Anything else you guys want to say?
Not really. I mean, I just keep an eye out for the band.
Okay.
We're gonna have a record next year, and we're doing some shows. We have some shows, New York and PA coming up September. I don't think they've been announced yet, but
Okay.
when they are, we're playing Buffalo Metal Fest, September 29th,
Okay.
and we're headlining that. So
Awesome.
I guess they like us enough to bring us back. They did last year, and yeah, the goal right now is to tour. So we're trying to get on the road a little bit. And
Awesome.
we're also in Nunslaughter, me and this
Yeah.
guy.
Yep.
So we get to tour. So it's like, but the rest of the guys are kind of left behind a little bit, and they're like, man, we want to go out and do this too, you know? I don't know, you guys got anything to say?
No, that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks so much for your time, guys.
Oh,
I
yeah.
appreciate it.
Thanks a
Look
lot,
forward
man.
to seeing you tonight.
All right, thank you.